Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
All right, we're here. It's Friday in the Pearl City, live on Facebook and a few other places. It's Hy-Vee Today. Here we go. And if you're not going to watch this live, I need to remind everybody that you can catch Hy-Vee Today Monday through Friday at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. on MP&W Digital Cable Channel 5. Thanks to Remax. That's really cool. So the show is rebroadcast later. So whether you're with us live on Facebook, and if you are, jump in the comment section for sure. But if not, catch us on MP&W. That's very exciting. Busy weekend. We have Muskie boys playoff basketball at home tonight against Davenport North. Later in the show, we're going to talk to Brian Musell and Joel Krausauer about that. They'll be calling the game tonight, and we hope that the Muskies win, obviously, and that they advance in the playoffs. And wouldn't it be great to have a run at state as Joe Wieskamp gets ready to wrap up his career as a Muskie, and then he'll be heading, of course, to the University of Iowa, where they desperately need a Joe Wieskamp on that Hawkeye squad. I want to mention a couple things. Speaking of the Hawkeyes, we just had this told to us yesterday. Coming up on Saturday, March 10th, we're going to do breakfast with Herky, the official Iowa Hawkeye mascot. Herky, the Hawk, will be in the Hy-Vee Market Grill Express from 9 to 11 a.m. Bring the kids, or if you're a Hawkeye fan, come out, get your picture taken with Herky, and that'll be a good time. So breakfast with Herky, again, Saturday, March 10th. Don't miss that. That's going to be a good time starting at 9 a.m., okay? We also have a big Fuel Saver event happening tomorrow in the store. Spend $75, you're going to get a 50-cent Fuel Saver. We'll talk more about that as we go on. And it's just going to be fun. I'm excited for the guest that we have today. It's a full show, so I'm going to stop yapping and introduce my first guest, who is the children's librarian at the Musser Public Library and just one of the all-around best people in Muscatine as far as I'm concerned. Betty Collins is in the house.
Hey, great. Nice to be here, Tony.
Yeah. Nice to be sitting in a grocery store doing a show, right?
Oh, for sure. This is so much fun.
It's one of those things where you're like, all right, we're really doing this. Here we go. Musser Public Library. Geez Louise, my family, as you know, we've spent so much time there over the past few years. But I wonder for you, Betty, how long has it been that you've been with Musser Public Library?
Well, I'm just coming up on 15 years this time around.
Okay.
But I also worked for Musser Library before moving to California, and that was back, I worked at Musser from 86 to 89.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that you were in California.
Yeah, we lived in San Francisco for about 14 years.
Did you miss the snow or what?
Oh, yeah, I love the seasons. I love all 4 seasons. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Musser Public Library, children's librarian, that means that you get to have a lot of fun in your job. Now, that also comes with a lot of programs, creation, ideas, scheduling things, but what's your favorite part of what you get to do, what you've been able to do at the Musser Public Library?
Well, that is a really, really tough question.
Sure.
That is a really tough question. And yeah, you should have told me that ahead of time. I was going to have to think about that. But no, I love it all. I love all of it. It's so hard to choose between the literature and between the learning that goes on there, kind of that hands-on exploratory learning, and of course the people. You know, just working with the people is really great. And we've done a number of things where the whole community has been there to help us out, and that's pretty special.
It is just one of those places that you walk into and you feel good no matter what you're there for. You know, and I think that people come to places like the Musser Public Library for a variety of reasons, whether it be for the children's programming, or some folks will show up to use the computers or to rent movies. borrow CDs, which is still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hold meetings. So, it seems like if we look at libraries across the country, I don't know if you could find too many that offer the variety of things that you can find at places like the Musser Public Library. I mean, it's really something special.
Well, thanks for saying that.
Sure.
And we do really try to be responsive to the community and provide, whatever we think people really are in need of.
Yeah.
But I think public libraries all in all across the country are trying really hard just to meet people's needs.
Yeah, and those needs continue to evolve, right?
That is for sure. That is for sure.
I mean, in 2018, we, people in Muscatine, I hope you know how accessible places like the Musser Public Library are, as far as access on your devices and, just being able to utilize like the nice website. Again, some people just show up, they get a book, they take a book home.
Yep.
They might not interact with your website or social media, but for them, I don't know if I'd say the majority of us, but for a lot of us, staying connected, following along with things that are happening, especially over the last few years, is super important, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because there have been so many exciting things that have kind of come up over the last few years.
Yeah.
And what we want to do, we want to be a library where if you want to come in every day, great, we'd love to see you every day. And if you want to come in very rarely and want to go to the website, or do you want to just use the databases, or you want to be on Facebook, we want to meet those needs too.
Absolutely.
So wherever people want to use the library and in whatever way, that's what we want to do.
So something that is just incredibly exciting is the fact that Musser Public Library is preparing to move very soon. And once you have a date and all that, you got to come back and talk about it.
Okay,
Pam or somebody's
that's
got
great.
Julie, somebody's got to come back. And I mentioned the Facebook page. So if we can pull up Facebook, we'll show you the Musser Public Library Facebook page. There we go. We have it on the monitor. And Ryan, if you scroll down a little bit, so these are the Future Friday posts that Kimmy does.
Yes.
And this gives folks a look at the future home of the Musser Public Library, which is in the former H&I headquarters. And what an incredible thing for H&I to say, they've remodeled their new place, and they thought, wouldn't this be a great idea to, set up the Musser Public Library for this new, in this space. And I know that there's been a lot of donations, again, from places like H&I, Carver Charitable Trust, individuals.
Yes. Yeah.
So everybody, it's really been a hands-on thing, hasn't it?
That's exactly right. Yeah, lots of help from the whole community, and then of course Carver Charitable Trust, we couldn't do it without them, and then naturally H&I, they were the whole instigator of all of it, and it's a fabulous opportunity.
It's going to be such an amazing space. The amount of work that goes into, because there's been a lot of modifying of that space, because it was not a library before, right? It was a headquarters for H&I, a global leader in furniture. So there's been a few modifications that have been going on, and that's what's so good about these behind-the-scenes photos, is people can kind of have a sense. Now, when I look at these pictures, I can't visualize how the library is going to fit in there, but I know that it's going to happen.
Yes.
And it's going to be exciting. And how many floors are you going to be utilizing?
4 floors.
Whoa!
Yes, there's 4 floors in the building.
Gosh. 4 floors.
Yes, and there's also a wing off of 1 floor.
Okay.
Off the ground, the main level.
Yeah.
There's also a wing off it. That's where the children's department is going to be.
Cool.
And that is the best place for the children's department, because we are not. We don't ask you to stay too quiet in the children's department, and so we don't want to bother people.
Sure.
So we'll be in that wing off the main entrance, and I think that's going to be an ideal place for us.
I think so too. And again, you're taking a look at the Musser Public Library's Facebook page, and the variety of things that get posted and shared on there, I think is wonderful. My kids have enjoyed the different programmings over the years, from lap sit from when they were younger, and now with my oldest being 5 and having participated in things like spark plugs. Boy, I can't wait for y'all to get into the new space so that spark plugs can come back, and then he'll get a little bit older, Henry, and he'll do skeleton key, right?
Yes.
And I just wonder, Betty, when you get into the new Musser Public Library in the former H&I building, will you be able to do even more programming or try different things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are definitely planning on that. And what we'll be doing is, first of all, get moved in.
Sure.
And then almost right away it will be summer reading. And of course, summer reading is a really big an important venture for public libraries. And then as we go forward, we want to add in different types of programming. We're also so happy to have the makerspace that will be available in the new building. And that's something that will allow even more hands-on or project-oriented programs to go forward for all ages.
So fun.
Yeah.
And because you are a children's librarian, and it just makes sense, you brought a couple of new books that we're going to show people on Hy-Vee today and maybe read along. What do you think?
Sure.
What's Next Door?
Go for it.
This is a really fun book. I mean, this is almost like very interactive, I would say, right?
Oh, yeah, this is a completely interactive book. That's a new thing that lots of authors have been doing, where when you read the book, you have to in some way interact with the page. So may I read you this book,
Yes,
Tony?
I would love it. I would love it. Okay.
And now you, sir, are going to be the child who interacts with the page. Are you up for that?
I'm a big kid.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, What's Next Door by Nicola O'Byrne.
Should I act like a true kid and get up and run around, or no? I'll stay seated.
Yeah, because...
Okay. That's what my 3-year-old would do. He'd be darting. All right, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. See, I'm already interrupting. I'm playing the part well.
See, you're perfect.
That's right.
You're perfect.
This is good. Oh,
yeah, and
sorry.
I didn't even shh.
I'm a big kid with a Starbucks. All right, sorry,
All
go
right,
ahead.
let's put it right over here.
That's fine. I can see it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
What's next door? Hey, where are we? I can't see a thing in here. Can anybody hear me? If you're out there, clap your hands to turn on the light. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Thank you. That's much better. But who's this? My name is Carter, says the sign. I'm lost. Please help me find my way home or I will eat you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there'll be no eating in this book. Let's help Carter get home. How can we do that? I know. Let's draw a door. Crocodiles like water. So use your finger to trace the dotted line and think very hard about somewhere wet. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thinking about the Mississippi River.
Okay. Oh, well done. That's a great door. But, oh dear, it looks as if it's a bit of a squeeze for Carter. Can you jiggle and wiggle the book to help him through?
All right, here we go.
Oh, yes, nicely done.
We're doing it. Okay. Hope he makes it through.
Let's see what's next door. There he goes. Oh, no! This can't be the right place. Crocodiles like water, but this sea is far too stormy. Poor Carter. Quick, use your finger again and draw a circle. We need a drain before Carter gets seasick.
All right, there we go. I hope he makes it.
Well, that's better, but Carter is soaked through. Can you blow on him to dry him off? That might cheer him up a bit.
Starbucks breath.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good.
Let's try again. We need somewhere less stormy. Draw a door with your finger, and whatever you do, don't think of the ocean.
Okay.
No thinking of the ocean.
River, Mississippi River, Mississippi River. Oh boy.
Ah, that is a very good door, but uh-oh, crocodiles have big bottoms. Can you tip the book to help him fit through?
That crocodile's got a big old booty. All right, there we go.
You didn't know what you were in for
book
this
ever.
morning. Let's see what's next door. Uh-oh, this isn't the right place for Carter either. It is far too cold. Look at poor Carter. He's shivering. Let's try to get rid of the snow. Can you turn the book upside down and shake the snow out?
Turning it upside down. Come on, Carter. Come on, Carter. Here we go.
Whoops! We made a blizzard instead.
Oh, boy.
And Carter looks really unhappy. I do hope he isn't going to eat us. Let's rub his tummy to warm him up. That might help.
Okay, Carter.
Okay, let's get it right this time. Think of somewhere hot. Super hot. Extra hot. Ready? Use your finger to draw a door.
Okay, somewhere extra hot. Fruitland, 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 Fruitland. Here we go. Here we go. Send them to Fruitland.
Good work. Just look at that door. Do you think Carter will fit through it? Can you give him a big push? Let's see. What's next door? Oh, it's so warm here. Just perfect. But what's wrong now? Do you think it could be too hot for Carter?
Yes.
Yep. It's definitely too hot. Look, Carter had to lie down. Quick, fan him with your hand.
Carter, we got to send him to Let's. It's a lot cooler there, right?
So we need a place that's not too dark, not too stormy, not too cold, and not too hot. We need another door. Use your finger to trace the line and think very hard about somewhere that's just right.
I'm going to think of the Munster Public Library's future home thanks to H&I and the Carver Charitable Trust.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
Great. Here we go again. Let's see what's next door. Oh,
yes.
At last, Carter's home. He looks very happy, doesn't he? But it's not home for everyone. Where did these other animals come from? Oh no, a penguin. Oh, ooh, not sure what that is.
Meerkat?
Meerkat.
Yeah, I think.
I think too. It looks like they're off to have their own adventures. Goodbye, friends, and goodbye, Carter. I'm sure we'll see you again soon. That's the
great.
end. Thank you, Tony.
Thank
you were
you.
awesome.
That is such a fun book. So
Yeah.
so hold that up just one more time. So that'll be when you get back to work. That'll be available to be checked out. Probably,
and
right?
I guarantee you it'll be checked out 5 minutes. 5 minutes after we open.
And then another fun one that you brought is called Festival of Colors. How often, Betty, and maybe hold this one up just for a second.
Oh, sure. This is really great.
How often are you getting new books, and specifically some of the children's books? Is it all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
We just continuously order, and we have some things that come automatically to us and others that we seek out and order. Or, of course, if you ever want us to order something that you think is important for us to have, just give us a suggestion.
Wow. Okay, so when it comes time, and again, we'll hopefully know this sooner than later, for the big move from the current Musster Public Library on Iowa Avenue to the new home, you'll tell us, of course.
Yes.
And then there might be something special in the works, because ultimately you have to transport all of these books and everything else, and there might be something cool that you told me off the air that might be able to involve some folks from the community getting involved.
Yeah, what I'd love to do, what I'd really love to do is...
Oh, you want to talk about it? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was going to be a surprise, but go ahead. This is great.
No, I've told lots of people.
Good.
I can't guarantee this is going to happen, but what I'd love to do is save out the last 100 books and get a human chain from the current library, which will be the old library, to the new one, and hand off the last 100 books, one by one.
The last 100 books.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
It would be great. Absolutely. Would the final book be one that was chosen by the staff?
Ooh.
Do you think there would be some thought that went into that? Could it be Goodnight Moon?
Sure.
Could it be one of the little critter, Me, Myself, and I books or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many favorites. That would be the problem. It would be really hard to pick.
Where the wild things are.
Yeah.
Let me name every book I've ever read. There's too many.
Well, you've read some good ones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mainly kids' books.
Yeah.
But no, I just want to say that, I appreciate everything that yourself and Julie and Pam and Kimmy and Rod, everybody down there. I mean, it's and as someone commented, Stacy May said, Betty, oh my gosh, she is just amazing, an asset to the community and our children. You are. Your staff, don't cry. There's been no crying on Hy-Vee today yet.
Okay.
I really think that the Musster Public Library is an asset. It's more than just a library. It transcends that, and I'm so excited for you to get into the new digs, and I hope that people are willing to, pass 100 books, whatever they need to do. If you asked for people to line up their vehicles and you threw books in there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I just don't want to be in charge of reorganizing them.
That is the main thing.
That's
for sure.
Because I don't know if you knew this or not, Betty, but when I was at St. Ambrose, my work-study job was in the library, and I was not good at shelving books. I was not the best at it.
And that's why you are here on the air.
That's right.
Instead of putting the books on the shelf. So
is there a system to two questions as we wrap up? Is there a system to shelving the books, and what happened to all the card catalogs?
Oh, okay. Two great questions.
Yeah.
Yes, there's definitely a system to shelving the books. There's the alphabet, great system. Wonderful system, hardly ever been improved on.
Right.
And then the Dewey Decimal System for information books. That's a great one too.
Dewey Decimal.
A little harder than the alphabet. You can't sing it in a song, but it's still good. And then your other question?
Card catalog.
Card catalog, yes.
My kids will never know the struggle, will they, of the card catalog?
They will never.
Pulling it open. There it is. Okay, and close it back up. Go find.
We're glad they'll never know that struggle.
Right.
Because we do have a catalog. It's all on the computer.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's great because it will actually tell you whether the book is in or out.
Right.
That's a big improvement. Big improvement over the actual card file. But yeah, it's fun to look back at that.
History, right?
History.
The history
we've been
of the
through a lot of
library.
changes.
Yeah.
And we're still changing.
And I'll say this, again, Musser Public Library is a library, and I have kids, 5 and 3 years old. I've never walked in and felt like I need to shush them right away. I feel like growing up, school libraries, maybe I was loud in school, I don't know, but it always felt like it was pin drop quiet. And Musser Public Library is quiet, but there's always just this good vibe. Like, if the 3-year-old's going to say something loud, that's okay. And I can't wait for the new space because they're going to have a whole wing to just...
Yes.
You might have to soundproof the walls, but that's okay.
Yeah,
right?
It's going to be a really, really nice space. People are going to love it. They're going to love parking, free parking. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And everybody, we're all looking forward to it so much. And we do have a great staff at the library. I think people are always so friendly at the front desk, and then out in the community, Pam, Bobby working so hard, and in children's, we love what we do, and so please, now before we close or after we reopen, come down to Musser Library, old or new, and we'd love to see you there. Thanks so much for having me here on the show.
You're so welcome. Betty just wrapped it up. All right, well, I guess she's got places to go, and that was very fun to read that book. Again, What's Next Door, Step Inside and See, and the Festivals of Color.
Yes.
Those are super cool. Please go to the Musser Public Library. Thank you so much.
Thank
it's always
you,
great
Tony.
to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Again, once we get more details, there's Musser Public Library on the monitor. Scroll a little bit there, Ryan. Looks like you're on their website, which is cool. It's just a wonderful asset to this town. Couldn't have said it better myself. And please just pay attention when they need some help, maybe moving some stuff around. We'll let you know as well, because I would be all in for the book chain and doing whatever. All right, so as we get ready for our next guest who is approaching the set, we are going to continue to look at musserpubliclibrary.org, and then we're going to take a shot of the frozen department here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, because our next guest is the boss of the frozen department. So let's take a live look at what's happening while he's away, and we'll have Dave put that little microphone right there, maybe right on that collar, sir. This is so fun. So, Dave, I don't know if you knew this or not, but we have a camera set way up high in your department, and we've been able to see your crew hard at work this morning. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So, Dave, you and Chris and everybody in Frozen, my goodness, your department impresses me with how big it is,
You got a good
how
crew.
many products you have. Before we get into some of the specifics and some things you brought, I just want to talk a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
How long have you been part of Hy-Vee here in Muscatine?
Over 26 years.
Wow. 26 years.
Old name tag.
Yeah. I was going to say, we got to update that so it says over 26. Have all of those years been in Frozen, or have you done various?
I started off in Night Stock.
Okay. Wow. So how many years have you been the Frozen manager?
I truthfully don't remember.
It's been that long.
It's been a few years. Charlie Zeck was before me.
Okay.
He was a great guy. I learned a lot from him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those departments, again, that just keeps evolving,
Yeah.
right? The amount of products that
Yeah.
you have, holy moly. I think it's so great.
It's always turning.
It's always turning, right. So is the Frozen department seasonal? Are there different times of the year when you'll have more of certain products than some other ones?
Well, usually the first of the year we get some new, they'll get rid of part of our ice cream and bring in a bunch of new ice creams.
Okay. That's cool. So
Which is coming.
yeah. That's exciting. And then there's also some healthy stuff, of course,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And we're going to actually have our cart cam that's going to go into your frozen department here in just a few minutes. So what did you bring? Because I asked you to bring some props because as we just saw with, again, Betty from the library being here, holy Dave went shopping this morning, guys.
I stocked up.
This is great.
Green Giants have been doing very well.
Cool.
So this
Look
is
at this stuff.
some of the free or new items that have come out recently.
This is great. I'm so glad that you brought all this stuff. So okay, so you take these Green Giant homes, and is the bag microwavable or what? Is that kind of how it works? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, there's the directions. Place package on a microwave safe dish, 6 to 7 minutes, and you're all set. That is
The
super
cauliflower's
cool.
done really well. This is some of the newer items just came out.
Yeah.
They're doing really well.
Absolutely.
I got 2 of those.
All right, what else do you have for us, friend?
Hungry Man just came out with some new items.
Hungry Man.
There's actually 4. I only brought a couple.
Okay.
But
Hungry Man handfuls. Wow.
look like a big old hot pocket.
Right. That's like a Tony size. Look at that thing. Holy moly. Look at that right there. Yeah, that's solid. Okay.
They look really good.
That says 2 times the size of the leading handheld pocket brand. I like that. They're being competitive, huh? Okay.
Well, like I say, the first few months, we start weeding out some ice cream and bringing in some new ones.
Okay.
Well,
So this is
I got a few
like,
new ice creams.
few new ice creams. Cool. Okay.
Got some yogurts, got some ice cream.
Awesome. So
Cotton candy. I know people have been looking for cotton candy ice cream.
Cotton candy ice cream?
These
What?
these 2 are yogurts.
Okay.
These 3 are. I don't know if you've ever had churn or not, but churn's delicious.
I've heard of churn, and
But
it's sort of like
it's
old-fashioned.
It's only exclusive at Hy-Vee's.
Oh.
You can't get them anywhere else.
Okay, so what flavor is that?
Bourbon Barrel.
Bourbon barrel churn. That's a great shot that we have of it over
Just
here.
came out. Cotton candy. I've had people ask for cotton candy. And the monster cookie.
Goodness. Monster cookies at the bottom. Okay. If only we had a spoon. No, I'm just kidding. And then you said that these over here are yogurts. These Kemps
Those
right
3
here.
are yogurts.
Okay.
They're new.
Twisted dough.
Just came out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you again have to kind of stay on top of things so that when you right.
Not easy.
Right. It's easier said than done, isn't it? But it is important to make sure that you have all these
Right.
products. And then is that Solero? Is that how you say
Solero.
that?
Got some
Okay.
new fruit bars.
Fruit bars.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Is that a pineapple bar?
it's a pineapple.
That sounds really good. Look at that. Solero fruit bar.
I think there's 8 flavors of the new
Yeah.
fruit bars.
That is delightful. Okay. So yeah, frozen food department, more than just pizza, right?
More than just pizza.
I'll tell you what though, a couple weeks ago, Dave had one of the guys that was sampling some pizza from, I think it was Palermo's.
Yep.
And it was the King Cheese.
King Cheese.
Is sort of like the Palermo's brand. And it was he was sampling a bunch of different ones, but I tried the King Cheese sausage, and it was really, really good. So yeah, and then let's set these up again so we can show these off, because I think, when people are looking for healthy options and they might not have enough time, these Green Giants right here are perfect for what they're looking for.
They first came out with like the cauliflower,
Yeah.
which have done really well. And they
Sure.
came out with a few new ones, and they're all doing really well.
Yeah. So your son works with you,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And I wonder how is that? Is that good? You like that?
Good.
That's a cool experience. And your daughter works here too, right?
Yeah,
Holy
she's
cow.
back. She moved back, so now
It's
she's
like a family affair. That's so
Just
great.
meet my wife here, and we'll be good.
Well, you'd kind of be like Jim and Lorna in the
Yeah,
dairy, right?
yeah, yeah.
No, I think it's so good. So 26 plus years at Hy-Vee, in charge of frozen. As I said, your department has a variety of products, and I know, Dave, that there's also things in your department that will trigger some fuel savers, right? Now, I don't
Yes.
expect you to know all of them. I'm not going to ask you that, but people need to just sort of look around frozen and they'll see.
Right
them,
now, we got some Hy-Vee veggies,
Okay.
some garlic toast. I mean, you name it. There's each aisle. There's
Yeah.
fuel savers to choose from.
Right. You sort of have dealer's choice, if you will. And-
CPAC, I know Lent's going on
Yeah,
now.
right. So with Lent going on, there are some great healthy options, and some of those CPACs come into play. Isn't that true?
Yep.
So that would be like your shrimp,
Shrimps, yep.
some fish.
I got my Vandy camps are also on sale.
Nice. Okay.
So great price on Vandy camps.
That sounds really good.
So lots to choose from.
Lots. Yeah. Well, and you just demonstrated that by all the great props that you had. You have brought the most amount of stuff over. I feel like
I just want to get everybody to see it.
That's exactly what I wanted, because it only makes sense to showcase, again, the variety of things that you're going to find in the frozen food section here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee.
There was more, but I want to load up a grocery cart.
Well, I think next time we can maybe come to you. And here we have the cart cam. Check that out. So Ryan is on the loose with the cart cam. He's in your department, and he's going to probably cruise around a little bit and show off some of the a little bit of the variety of things you have.
Yeah, Chris is back there working. We got truck day, and we're stocking the shelves.
You guys get these trucks, and all of a sudden you'll see a stack of boxes, and then they're gone.
Yeah,
you work so efficiently. It's really incredible. And by the way, are the cases in the frozen section, are they like on sensor timers? I feel like sometimes I've walked over and then the lights come on. I know that's just not me, right?
There's a little sensor above the cases that.
That's so cool.
You come in where nobody's been there for a while, and they're all off. And you start walking, they'll start ding, 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 coming on.
It's like you're on a game show.
Yeah.
There's some frozen pizzas. By the way, did you ever think you'd have that many options when it comes to frozen pizzas?
No. There's actually a lot more. I just don't have room for them.
There's more than what we have here?
I just don't have room.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we have so much frozen pizza.
I'd probably take one whole aisle on both sides.
We're still going at that point, but right. And then what I love, again, is the options with the fuel saver, because as we've been talking to folks, tomorrow we have this big spend $75, get a 50-cent fuel saver. And
load up on frozen.
Yeah, right. Load up and frozen. Absolutely. Oh, buddy, it's so great. Can we take a look, Chad? Do you have the camera? So there's Ryan and the cart cam. Can we go high atop frozen, and maybe we'll see Ryan going around? So I love that shot right there. Right. So that kind of gives you a sense of what you have going on. So when people enter the department, they're going to really get a sense of all your offerings. There's a
lot of aisles back there.
There are. You can easily get lost, like I
think we have the best selection in town.
I would say so. Well, just the different varieties.
Different varieties and kinds.
Yeah, let's see where Ryan's at. There he is. There's Ryan. This is great. All right, let's cut to Ryan's camera and see what his perspective is. Perfect. Yeah, and then again, things like French fries and tater tots and spiral. And then there's also ways that people can save money with some of the Hy-Vee branded products as well, correct?
Right. Yeah, we got great price on our Hy-Vee products.
Yeah.
And they're good quality.
Right. They are a good quality. So, and you're always, like I said, you're always getting different things in. I can't believe that we're talking about different ice creams.
Right.
But guess what?
There's going to be more coming in within the next few weeks. We got more coming in.
Spring is going to be here soon, right?
A lot of good flavors coming.
And for some people, Dave, they eat ice cream year-round, right?
I know I do.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Even before I go to bed, I get a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah, well, listen, when you're in charge of the frozen department, you would do the same thing. Keep a little ice cream next to the bed. That's good. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Sorry. I always tell people,
Yeah.
if you find something somewhere else, bring me the empty package. I'll definitely try to get it in. If our warehouse has it, I will get it in.
I like that. That's a good way to do things, I think. Yeah, if you're
There's some things out there I don't know about.
Yeah, we can't know about everything, right? We don't assume that we know everything. One more shot, again, of the cart cam in the frozen department. Yeah, please check out what Dave has to offer. How long has Chris worked with you?
Shoot. It's been so long, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys just work so well together. I mean, it's really
He's called beast mode. If you ever seen him work, he is a beast. he's a great worker.
It's a great way to describe it, because again, you get all this stuff in, and you got to break down these different boxes, and it is definitely an art form to watch that happen. I'm super happy that that you and I work together, that we get along, and that I can sort of peruse your department and see what's new, and then you're really good about telling me different things. Can we pull up the hot deals, Chad? Do we have that? Because Dave's got some fun stuff. Those Hy-Vee strawberries and the hot deals, these are good through Sunday. You're going to see them on the screen here in just a minute. And you always try to find something to put out there that folks can come in and save a few bucks.
Customer's a better deal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So again, here's the hot deals. Ribs, the Shasta or Shasta, however you say it. I don't know. I probably say it wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody says it different.
There's probably a right way to say it. Old Orchard juice cocktails. And in just a moment, we're going to get to right after the Sloppy Joes. By the way, we made Sloppy Joes in my house last night. Stunk up the kitchen, but they're great.
They used to have a barbecue one.
They used to have a barbecue? Really?
Yeah.
A barbecue manwich? We should bring that back.
I love barbecue.
Yeah. I guess you could just put barbecue sauce on top of it.
Yeah.
The deal from the deli with the Fuel Saver, the Deluso turkey breast. And then here we go.
My strawberries.
Yeah, the Hy-Vee sliced strawberries, Fuel Saver, and $2.99. So those are in frozen.
It's over $1 savings for.
Wow.
Normally like $3.99.
They're pre-cut, ready to go, and people can put them on a variety of things, different purposes.
Yep.
Okay. And they just find them in your department.
Yep. Like
nice.
Fruit section, top shelf.
Top shelf. I like how everybody knows. People that work here, like, people ask me where things are, and I'm like, I kind of have an idea. And other times people are like, aisle 7, quarter of the way down. You know, you're going to lift your hand up, turn it sideways, and then it'll be right there.
It's right there.
Yeah, right. But you kind of have to know that, don't you? That's fantastic. All right, Dave Solomon, frozen manager at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Great variety
Everybody
of things.
come see us.
Yeah, please come back. Check out these Green Giant items and everything else. We probably got to get that ice cream back there before it starts to melt. But yeah, so
we'll have to sample it.
Yeah, right. Oh, darn it. Monster cookie ice cream for breakfast? Boy, that's tough. All right, so let's take another look at that aerial shot of the frozen department if we could. Thank you, sir. You just got to unclip yourself and you'll be good to go, fella. There's the aisle cam checking out frozen, and we're going to get our next guest situated here in just a moment. We're going to talk Muskie hoops. So let's get these guys in here. In the meanwhile, frozen food looking real good. It's Friday morning, Hy-Vee today. We're so glad that you're streaming this live if you're with us. And remember, you can rewatch on MPNW Channel 5 at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. thanks to Remax. That is a super cool thing that we just started doing this week. So we're very excited to be able to offer that to you here at Hy-Vee today. Otherwise, you can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and now on MPNW Channel 5. Do you want to make sure that that one is turned on, fella? Just open up that front part and then look for a little power button. Look, there you go. There you go. Perfect. All right, so my next guests are going to be busy tonight at Muscatine High School. It's playoff basketball, and the voices that you'll hear calling the game are here for the first time. Brian Musell and Joel Krausauer. Guys, good to see you.
Tony,
thanks for coming.
how you doing, buddy?
Good. Good. This is super fun. Muskies at home. It's always exciting to have a home basketball playoff game on a Friday, isn't it?
Always. It's been a great year. It's been a great run. You know, the last 3-4 years. But home playoff games for the Muskies. They've had a couple of them in the last couple of years, and pack the house tonight. They're going to need your help. It's going to be a tough matchup with Davenport North.
And the best part about it is you have to earn it. You have to get a 1 or a 2 seed really to be guaranteed a home game, and Muscatine did that. They went out and earned a 2 seed in this sub-state. And good or bad, they have to play a pretty challenging team tonight in Davenport North, who we've beaten twice this year, but it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, so it's important to have that momentum of the crowd. Certainly you've had some games this year where MHS has been absolutely packed. And there's no reason for tonight. It should be. I mean, the weather is going to cooperate outside. And we don't want this to be Joe Wieskamp's last game as a Muskie, right? We want to move on.
And especially, Joe doesn't want it to be that way. Right. Nobody wants it to be that way. And the hard thing is, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And especially a good team. North's 15-7. We're 14-8. So it's definitely going to take our best effort that we've had all season tonight. Sure. I think the best 2 games the Muskies have played this year were the game before Christmas at North, and then a game 2 weeks ago at home against Assumption, and I think Joel would agree. So those are the best 2 games I've seen them play this year. They're going to need that kind of an effort tonight because last Friday night was not a good game at Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, you talk about beating a team 3 times, and all that does to your opponent is hopefully better prepare them for that 3rd meeting, which again for Muskies and Davenport North will be tonight. So what do you guys expect out of this Davenport North team? What do you think they've learned from these past 2 losses that they suffered at the hands of the Muskies?
I think one of the things is this will be the second time that Muscatine see North with Tracy Watson. who's a transfer from Rock Island. He missed the first game because of Iowa High School Athletic Association transfer rules. He's a really dynamic player. He's about 6'3", 6'4", long arms. He can defend the post, but he also can shoot the three, and he's added another double-digit scorer to a team that already had 2 legitimate double-digit threats. The other thing the North is such a challenge for, Muscatine has 3 guys 6'5" and above who can defend the rim, defend the lane. North has a tremendous athlete at 6'11", at the center position. His name, I just totally drew a blank on his name.
6'11".
Jared Beck.
Yeah, Jared Beck.
Yeah.
Who he's a Division II pitching prospect. He's a great athlete. And so they have a rim protector, so they can put some of their more athletic, taller guys on Joe and extend all the way out to the perimeter. So that's one of the things. They're athletic enough that they're one of the few teams that can really do a true box and one, where they're not having to just run a double all the time at Wieskamp. And so it really is going to require the other guys to create some space to get their own shot, not just have a standing still open look this evening.
Obviously, when you have a team like this one for the Muskies, it's special, and an athlete like Joe Wieskamp, but you also have to have that good support, Brian, and the guys around Joe understand that.
Yeah,
and this is one of those games where if you have an opportunity to score, rather than not always relying on Joe or looking for Joe, they need to be proactive and take those shots.
Correct, and it's like what Joel said about North. North comes into this tonight, they've got 4 guys averaging double figures and a 5th averaging 9 points a game. The Muskies, conversely, have Joe at 33.5 a game and nobody else. Jack Folk at 9, but everybody else is far down the ladder. So you've got one guy getting 60% plus of your points, whereas North has got it spread around. It's a different guy every night. He talked about Jared Beck. Jared Beck has blocked 63 shots on the year, and Muscatine is a good shot blocking team, but they have 75 as a team. So that shows you the presence he is at the bottom of their zone or man. Is once you get by him, he can block your shot. The key for the Muskies, and they did it in game 1 up there, was they attacked him and got him in foul trouble and got him off the floor, because he will have a tendency to foul. And I really think the winner of this game tonight is the one who gets to the free throw line the most.
And getting to the line and executing while you're at the free throw line are 2 different things. I mean, you have to make those shots.
Well, and Muscatine is number 2 in the MAC conference in free throw percentage.
Wow.
So they are an outstanding free throw shooting team, and a large part of that is because Wieskamp gets to the line a lot, and he's an 84% career free throw shooter.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of gamesmanship that goes into this. 2 of the more underrated coaches in the Mississippi Athletic Conference. We know Gary Belger, plus 600 wins, but it's only his 2nd year in the conference. Joe Ewan for Davenport North. We've watched a lot of basketball this year. I've been most impressed by what he has done from a coaching standpoint, because he's always throwing a new wrinkle, and he has the athletes to get aggressive with the press and to back off in the zone. He can do a lot of different things. I've been really impressed with how he pulls some strings throughout the game, especially in that game a few weeks ago where Muscatine had to go to overtime to beat North at home. So that was a challenge.
We don't want to see overtime tonight, right?
No. No.
Because all that means so let's look at it this way. So we hope the Muskies win tonight against Davenport North. What would happen after that? When would they play next?
The Muskies, if they win tonight, the winner of this game plays Tuesday night at the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids against the winner of Pleasant Valley and Linn-Mar.
Okay.
And that will not be an easy game for PV tonight. Contrasting styles again, but Linn-Mar plays in the Mississippi Valley, which is a deeper, probably more talented league than the MAC. The MAC's a good league, but the Valley's a notch above.
Sure.
So middle-of-the-road Valley teams are going to give top-tier teams in the MAC problems. Linn-Mar a year ago came in here with a losing record and almost beat us.
Right.
And then it took everything we could to beat them at home. PV's going to experience that tonight. I look for PV to win, but that'll be a close game.
And then the winner of that game on Tuesday goes on to the state tournament.
It's just like that.
So because you got that first round bye as a 2 seed,
Wow.
You win 2 games to get to Des Moines.
2 games to state, huh?
Yep.
It sounds easy, but it's not. I mean, these are you can't look past a Davenport North team.
No.
And then certainly you can't look past either Linn-Mar or PV.
This Davenport North team beat Pleasant Valley by 12 2 weeks ago.
Whoa.
So this team is very capable. They've finished the year with an 18-point win against Bettendorf and a 20-point blowout of Assumption. So this North team is an outstanding basketball team. We just don't know which North team we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, we talked about Tracy Watson a little bit. VJ Wilmington, another name to watch for North. He's actually their leader. He's their leading scorer. He's the guy who kind of stirs the drink for them. And he's a guy that probably, if Joe Wieskamp is not in the Mississippi Athletic Conference, he's vying for Conference Player of the Year. He's a senior, but he's going to reclassify and go to a prep school next year to maybe get some more opportunities to get recruited. So he's a young man who's got a really solid head on his shoulders. We talked to him up at North, and I was really impressed with him. He's a good kid, and it'll be a fun game. In the student section, I just saw before I came over, it's a whiteout tonight.
Nice.
So the students are calling for all the community to show up in white and bring a white hand towel as well to kind of get that gym rocking. Because when that place is loud, it's one of the loudest places in the state of Iowa.
It is loud, and Chad put together a pretty cool 2-minute sort of highlight clip from this season, and then a fun one at the end. So we're going to take a look at that and encourage you to check out
The Hutton clock at 4. Josh, a deep 3. Good! Shot. Josh Hutton at the buzzer. So now they get it to Clark. Stolen by Melendez. Gets it ahead to Wieskamp. Look out. Flush City. Joe Wieskamp with a dunk. Joe looking for the foul. And it's stolen by Melendez. Come to Muskies. Joe Wieskamp goes hard. Stutter step dribble. Oh, to the rim. Look out below. Joe Wieskamp. A man among boys with that one. Wieskamp with 20. And he just ripped the nets there. 28-21, Muskie's biggest lead of the night.
Yeah, Bryce Howard did a nice job challenging. Now runs the floor.
Nice pass from Wieskamp to a running Howard. And the Muskies go up 6-4.
Great rim run there by Bryce.
Got to reward the 6'7" center when he runs like that. Tyson's shaking big. Blocked by Hahn. Lex Hahn with a great block. Back to Wieskamp. He drives a lane. Rip City. Joe Wieskamp clears the net with a big dunk. Tall and lengthy. Wieskamp, a nice feed to Howard. Lays it up and in. Thought Bryce was going to dunk that. And the Muskies go up 48-36.
It's another great look from Joe.
Out of Falk. Jack drives down the lane. There's a shot on the way. Good! And a foul on Porter. Falk will go to the line to complete the three-point play. He feeds it to Lewis. Shot blocked by Howard, out of bounds.
Howard channeling has entered Dikembe Mutombo tonight. I think it's his third or fourth block.
Wieskamp one-on-one with Womack. Drives down the lane. Flush City! Look out below! Hide the women and children. Wieskamp with a dunk at the buzzer. Down the floor comes Jake. Gets it to Wieskamp. Lob! Oh! Dunk City! Musso with a lob to Wieskamp. Flusheroo for 2. Joe had 19 at the half. Went five minutes without a bucket here until that flushed him.
Such a great clip at the end, Brian, featuring your son Jake, and I know that Jake and Joe have been friends for a long time, and you've been involved, outside of announcing and coaching these guys. You both have personal connections to the Wieskamp family, but Brian, I'll start with you. When your kids are younger, you rarely can you say to like a 7 or 8 year old, "Oh, that kid will probably play at Iowa." You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's got to just be so fun to see Joe come this far and to be able to watch him next year at that level, right?
Well, it's been a thrill. The first time I saw Joe play basketball, he's actually in 2nd grade, and they played just a couple of games together, and Jake's group was in 3rd grade, and they kind of had a mixed team, but they were getting exposed to it. But Joe was always a terrific athlete, and whenever I talk athletically about Joe, I want everybody to know that he's a better kid than he is an athlete, which is saying something. But Joe could have been an all-conference football player, certainly an all-conference baseball player. He was always at the top of his grade in everything he did. He chose to go the basketball route, and obviously it's paying off big time for him. I've called basically all but 2 of his games, and those were both this year, the game at Washington, the game at Burlington, but I've seen him play every other high school game, and I couldn't be happier. And when he's at our house, he's just Joe, and we don't even talk basketball. He's just a kid.
Right.
And he's just a terrific kid. I couldn't be happier for his success.
And Joel, your family has been close to the Wieskamps for a while, and it's Joe was on here. He was on the show, and he's so humble. He's a great kid, and it's not that he doesn't like talking about himself, but it's just such a I like how he appreciates that it's just sort of a unique thing he gets to do, but he just wants to focus on being a senior, hanging out with his friends, obviously excelling at basketball, but he just wants to have a normal life, so to speak.
Well, I think first and foremost, he's a Muskie. I mean, he's a Muscatine person. He had chances to move and didn't. And his dad. We talk about the people he's passed on the career scoring lists in the state.
Right.
And one of those people at the Muscatine High School level was his own father. His dad, Steve, and Brett Olson were on a great team that I remember watching as a kid. I've been fortunate. I've unfortunately have had a couple knee injuries in my life, and his dad's been my physical therapist.
Right.
So, and you mentioned second grade with that first basketball team. I remember my wife was his second grade teacher, and we talk about Joe and his humility and the kind of athlete that he is. He's as good of an athlete as he is. He's that good of an academic student as well. And on top of it is he'll be the first to say that my goal is to get this team and this community to the state tournament. They haven't been there since 2003. Wow. Since I started covering him when I was writing for the Voice of Muscatine newspaper, the big thing that he would always say is, that's my goal, state tournament, Des Moines, that's the goal. It was never being the all-time scoring leader in Class 4A. Now, that may have been a goal on the list, but the only one he ever really verbalized was, let's get Muscatine to the state tournament. And that starts tonight. From this point forward, there's no guarantees. Tonight's the only guaranteed game that we get to still watch him play. And the rest of his guys, Jackson Falk, Josh Hutton, two other seniors, Bryce Howard, Lex Hahn, all of those guys, they've all played together. They're great friends. Antonio Melendez. Josh Hutton and Jackson are two, they have really good personalities that counter Joe. Jackson's more of that verbal, vocal leader. And Josh is a good blend of both. He's pretty calm, but he's not afraid to get after it verbally with his teammates. And so it's been fun watching that dynamic grow for these guys over the last couple of years, because you can tell that there's leadership on this team outside of the 33.5 points per game that Joe provides.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to see Joe continue and this team continue on, but it starts tonight. And if you can't make it to the game, 7 o'clock tip-off?
7 o'clock, and that's a firm tip. So
okay.
There's no game before it.
Yeah, so this isn't one where you show up at 7:15. The game will be, this will be a fast-paced game too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to be late. 7 o'clock at Muscatine High School.
Get out of there by 6:30 because the seats will fill up fast, because we want everybody there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the area too who played last night. I talked to some guys from Solon today. They played last night. They're coming down because they want to see. They want to see this game. They want to see Muscatine play.
And it's is it a little bit more to get into the game tonight because it's playoffs?
I think it's $6.
$6.
Okay. But there's no activity passes because it's a state event.
Okay.
Your school passes or your activity passes don't work. But some of that money comes back to our school, so it's well worth the price of admission.
Absolutely.
And we'll be on the air at roughly 6:50 pregame on KWPC at 8:60 a.m. and 95.1 FM, bringing you all the action, and we're just thrilled to do it, and we're having a blast.
It's going to be fun, that's for sure. And to just be in this community only 5 years, I'm still like the new guy, the rookie, right? But I definitely have a good sense for the support that we have, and yes, having a player like Joe Eastcamp is special. And boy, oh boy, do those Hawkeyes need him, don't they?
Yeah, he'll do well in Iowa.
That's a whole other show we could do.
I'm calling the shot. The Hawks are going to win the Big Ten tournament and go to the NCAA basketball tournament.
This year or next year?
This year.
Okay. Pre-Wieskamp?
Pre-Wieskamp.
I'll take some of that action. I will. Yeah, I'll take that action.
All right, Brian Musell, Joe Krausauer, Muskie playoff basketball tonight, Davenport North coming to town. We want to win so that they can play on Tuesday. Thank you both for coming in. I appreciate it. You both have day jobs. Brian Musell with Godfather's Pizza and West Side Store, and Joel's at Affordable Metal, which is really close to Hy-Vee here. So for taking the time, I appreciate it very much.
Tony, just want to say I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Out of here at Hy-Vee, they got a great one here. And you still get to do a lot of what you love. This is awesome.
This is fun. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, this wasn't the plan when I got here, but I'm glad that people like Chad Yoakum had this wild idea, and the fact that we get to do this is a hoot.
Hardest working guy in show business right there, Chad Yoakum.
That's right, Chad the man. So, and Chad will be at the game tonight, capturing these images that you see. Man, it just looks so good. All right, so thank you for checking out Hy-Vee today. If you're watching us live, appreciate it. If not, rewatch it on MPW Channel 5 tonight at 7:30 and 10:30. Hopefully you're at the Muskie game, and maybe you're watching the 10:30 Hy-Vee today. And then maybe if we win, maybe we'll consider, if you guys could squeeze in on Tuesday to Chad again to hype up that game.
Maybe we can get Chad to video our podcast that we're going to start.
There you go. First things first, go Muskies. Good luck tonight. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll be back Monday with Chris McGinnis from the Humane Society. And Tuesday, Ed Moreno from General Family Dentist. Wednesday, Mike Van Sickle, Superintendent, L&M Schools. And Thursday, Nora Dwyer will be here, who's just another one of those great people doing good things in the community. This is Tony Tone for Hy-Vee today, signing off. See you soon. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.